On the issue of immigration, I have a bold plan to solve this issue. It is simple and fair, but requires strength and sincerity to implement. This is a bold plan, so get ready. By executive order, if necessary, I will give all immigrants physically living in the United States and 18 years and older, 90 days from today's date, the ability to apply for citizenship, which would become effective 5 years from that date. During the time period of the 5 years, immigrants must have a valid visa. This visa is a valid ID with a picture and a barcode that can be read by a scanner or similar device that has all of the person's information. No other form of ID will be considered valid, such as a driver's license or state ID. If the person does not have a valid visa, then instant deportation without a hearing. A valid visa allows you to work in the U.S. and is the only way to work in the United States. As of the 180th day from today, work permits will no longer be valid. Also, only citizens can get Social Security numbers. 90 days from now, all immigrants in the United States who are under the age of 18 years old on that day will be granted instant citizenship if they can prove they are under 18. They must be fingerprinted and photographed. After the 180th day, undocumented children will also be deported back to their country of origin. However, there are some conditions that have to be met on the part of the immigrants and America. Citizenship is something that must be earned. It is not free, especially when you are here illegally anyway. Any immigrant who applies for citizenship must pay the IRS $2,500 per year until citizenship. After the 5 years and you are a citizen, then the normal tax rates apply. If you don't pay this money by the end of the 5 years, then you are given 1 more year, and then if not paid, automatic deportation. Another condition is that at the end of the 5 years, in order to actually get the citizenship, immigrants must pass a basic verbal and written English examination equivalent to a 5th grade proficiency English exam. This exam is to be given quarterly 5 years from today's date. If at the end of the 6th year from today an immigrant can't pass this exam, then automatic deportation. No exceptions. If an immigrant applies for citizenship and during the 5 years while awaiting citizenship commits a felony, any felony, then instant deportation after serving the sentence, and the person will never be eligible for citizenship again. Of course, any immigrant who has already committed a felony, any felony, is not eligible to apply for citizenship. There shall be probable cause for any police officer or federal agent to request to see the valid visa ID from any immigrant at any time. If the immigrant can't present the ID or is not in the database as having applied for citizenship, then instant deportation without a hearing. After 180 days from today's date, no one can apply for citizenship inside the borders of the United States. It must be done at a United States consulate in the immigrant's country of origin. No exceptions. People who at the end of the 5 years who attain permanent residency status may keep it, but 5 years from today's date, permanent residency will be abolished. You are a citizen or not. As for students, they must have a valid visa picture ID and barcode. These student visas are only good for 4 years and can never be renewed. If these students want to apply for citizenship, they too must apply within the 180 days, or they must apply from the United States consulate in their country of origin. Of course, none of this will work if we don't close our borders. We are going to close our borders. The only practical way we are going to do this is to build a wall. This wall will be the same type that you have around prisons. They will be at least 30 feet high with barbed wire at the top and be actually 2 walls with room in between them for Border Patrol vehicles to drive through. These fences will be electrified, and there shall be armed Border Patrol guards with dogs patrolling the fences. Of course, if this does not work, then other measures will be employed as needed. but our borders will be closed. There will not be any issue of day laborers crossing the borders because these types of workers will be outlawed in the United States on the 180th day from now. We will accommodate visitors and vacationers. To visit the U.S., you must have a passport and you must register at either a checkpoint or airport, and it is good for only 20 days. Then you must re-register. For immigrants who work for corporations, they must also get a valid visa, and it is only good for 5 years. After that time, the immigrant must apply for citizenship at the U.S. consulate in that person's country of origin. What about the mortgage crisis? This is already being addressed. I will make every effort to tweak it. However, I am in favor of free market conditions and responsible buying and lending. Buy too much house or make an irresponsible loan, then you must deal with the consequences. As I said earlier, we will be working on all of the problem areas. But I will end this speech by saying that the standards in America have just risen. As an American, you are expected to work, take care of your family, don't commit crimes, and do your fair share of volunteering. This president expects you to do your best whether you are a student or a worker. We're going to make America better, and we're going to do it together as responsible Americans. We will never accept second place in anything again. I will be the best president that I can be, and you're going to be the best citizen that you can be. We are going to dress better, no more wearing our pants falling down off of our rear ends. We are going to clean up our neighborhoods, no more trash being thrown in the parking lots and along our streets. We are going to stop with the loud, obnoxious music. We are Americans, and we are going to be orderly. We have always set the standards for the world, and we are going to do it now. Thank you for electing me as your president. And if you didn't vote for me, then work with me and give me a chance to make America better. Thank you.